Welcome to American Self-Defense Concepts. I'm Nick.
I'm Doug.
And welcome to Weapons of Opportunity.
Welcome back to another episode of Weapons of Opportunity. Ding ding. Shush. Okay. I just put a big fingerprint on my glasses. Today, we're going to be talking about the Fox 599 G10 Black Emerson Wave Folding Karambit. This little booger, I don't know if Doug Markida helped design it, but he is sure promoting it. It's a very cute little knife. And before I get too far into this, they also make a trainer. We'll get into that one later. It's designed off of this knife, so we can practice working with it without having to worry about. You never train it with light blades, period.
Yeah.
Always have trainers.
Because even we've sat there and even just playing around with these, we've cut ourselves already.
Yes. I've had this one about 3 months. Put that up towards the front so you can see it, maybe. And it is very sharp coming out of the box. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the biggest things with this one is this little hook right here on the edge. So if you're carrying it in your pocket or a hoodie, all you have to do is snag that and it deploys. There is no spring assist in this blade. So the biggest things you have to worry about when you're playing with this, or when you're carrying this, and this is where a lot of people make mistakes. I'm not gonna, jeez, you act like I'm gonna cut you or something. So a lot of people when they do this want to pull straight up. If you pull straight up, it's not gonna deploy, period. It's not designed that way. You actually have to pull it across so that hook catches. And that's some of the complaints on this is in not dependable deploying. And if you remember too that you have to pull across something to catch that, it will deploy. You know, that's one of the things I first hated to, when I first got it out of the box.
Well, it goes back to the training concept. The more you train with your weapon and understand it and what you need to do, obviously, you're going to understand what you need to do to make it work.
Correct. And this had a star rating of 4.6 off of Amazon. Cost $130. And this was off of 105 global ratings. A lot of people do not like the interlock. This has an interlock design. They say it's weak. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's strong enough to handle if you're using it in a self-defense application. That lock is plenty strong enough. Otherwise, you're using your damn knife wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even looking at that, I mean, the side you're going to be cutting somebody with is on the inside. And if you're holding it like this or even like this, you're not going to worry about that blade coming back on your fingers with that interlock if it fails, because if anything, you're going that motion into somebody. It's going to go backwards more than anything, and that's not sharp back there.
No, you can make it sharp.
You can make it sharp.
You probably just cut through your pants as you try to deploy. So this thing, I love the grip on this. There's a lot of people that do not like it.
It does have a very nice grip. It's a very textured grip. And I mean, you know you're not going to slip with that either. It's
Yeah.
going to keep your fingers in place.
You know, if the knife gets wet or anything like that, you're still going to have a strong grip with this knife.
Mm-hmm.
I love this knife. It fits really nice in my hand. And it just feels really good. It's well balanced, well designed. I myself would like to see the double edge, but this thing was very, very sharp coming out of the box. I have got cut T-shirts to prove it.
Yeah.
Working on the deployment, and I missed a few times. Still awesome though. The only thing, other than what I don't like about this, is, you know, you could have this in a hoodie and still do the same thing of pulling it across, it would still deploy.
Mm-hmm.
But every way I've played with it so far, even with my tactical pants, the only way it deploys is where they can see.
Yeah.
I like to be discreet. I don't want them to know I have a knife until it's necessary. And even then, I don't want to show them it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I do have a complaint on this. I wish it was designed to where I could deploy it
With stealth. Because that's basically one where you're drawing it out. It's a quick draw. We're ready to rumble. And again, if you don't train with it, you catch your fingers. There's not a guarantee, or if you pull her out wrong, there's going to be a chance it doesn't deploy for you, and then you're going to be kind of screwed in that situation.
So in the box, it came with, I don't know if you can see all that, came with a Allen wrench and another belt clip. So you can actually put the belt clip, it has mounting positions for both sides. I personally think that feels a little funky in the hand if I had another one over there. So I still just went with the one that it came with. But it is nice that they did send, you know, so if these screws started loosening up, at least they give you a tool to tighten it back up. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this did come with the other screws, so for the other belt clip. So you could have both of them on there if you wanted. It's not prime eligible, but it still got to me within, it was either 3 or 4 days of when I ordered it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was still less than a week.
Quick. And I mean, right out of the box, it was sharp. It's holding its edge very well. I love the knife, other than, like I said, the deployment, or not the deployment, the stealth.
It's still part of the deployment, though.
Yeah. But it does, I love the feel of this in my hand. It's very fluid. You barely even know it's there.
Mm-hmm. It's very light. It's lighter than I expected it would be.
Yeah, the trainer's actually heavier than the knife.
Mm-hmm.
But when training with lethal weapons, don't be a dumbass.
Use a trainer.
You won't have very many friends if you start cutting them up.
Yeah.
Got anything to say about it?
Well, I mean, you pretty much covered everything. I mean, my biggest things with it that I don't like about it, again, the deployment option. There's only one way you're gonna deploy that out, and like I said, I mean, that's my biggest issue is everything about the deployment. Yeah, it's a cool concept, but I don't have that safety of my fingers when it's opening. I might get cut. There's not a chance it's not even open. So I'm kind of screwed if I'm hoping that deploys and it doesn't deploy or catches my fingers and somebody's already jammed up into me and might close that back on my fingers.
Now, the nice thing about it is if it doesn't deploy when you do the rip, most of the time it'll stay in. So all you have to, this one fits really well in the hand. So even if I had to hit somebody with it closed, it would still do the job. This one fits the hand very well.
Yeah, I like the compactness of it. Like I said, the grip feels awesome on it, and it's not as bulky. Like I said, like you just mentioned, you can punch with that. Still have the roll of quarters or brass knuckle effect with that, and it's very sharp. The retention ring's even pretty nice as well.
So there is another little lever on the back that if you were carrying it somewhere else, you could actually use that and whip it and deploy it. It's not a spring assist, but there are, it's got a loud click when it does lock too. But yeah, you're not restricted to, oh, I didn't hook anything. It still deploys fairly easy.
Yeah, but again, you don't get that stealth option with that. It's all a quick draw. We're ready to go. Draw with that.
It's got to be out in front of you. I mean, even if I was carrying it on a belt, I would still have to do it blind and feel and flick. Like you just saw any of that because I did it down here.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was so stealthy.
See, you couldn't even see it. It was that stealthy. So I am going to go. It's definitely a good knife, and I think the reviews are correct on it, other than the people complaining about the linear lock, which I think is totally asinine. Pardon my French. But yeah, as far as durability, I've been carrying this daily for about 3 months, and it shows no sign of wear, tear. I just shove it in my pocket every morning and off I go. And I've gotten much better with it.
Yeah.
Only time I had a malfunction is we were talking the other night during class, and I went to pull it, and of course I pulled straight up. Composure.
Yeah.
So I personally, I agree with the star ratings. I'd give it a 4.5. It is a good quality knife. Very easy to work with. Still requires training, people. It's not out of the box and, oh, look at me, I'm Doug Markida. You got to train with these weapons.
Yeah.
But train with a trainer.
Yes.
Even though we do this every day, we still train with a trainer.
Yeah, because I don't want to go home getting cut up every day.
We can't emphasize that enough. Don't be a dumbass. Just saying.
Yeah.
When we're talking with lethals, the more you train with it, the better you know your weapon. It becomes an extension of your own body. Then you're ready. I guess. Be a little more serious. Don't be a dumbass. Is there anything else we want to talk about, home?
No, we think we pretty much covered it.
Trainers are nice. They're a little heavier, so you get used to. If you get used to flipping this around, that's going to be cake.
Piece of cake.
Like I said, I'm not going to hurt. I might give him blunt force trauma before I do anything else, but these are very cheaply made. They are a training knife. This one we've used for a couple sessions, and it's showing wear and tear already, and we really haven't used it that much.
Yeah.
So I am a little disappointed with the quality of the trainers, but at the end of the day, that's what they are, is a trainer. They're not supposed to be engineered quality. These hit the floor and bodies and everything else, so don't be a dumbass.
We appreciate you guys watching our video. Always feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and also check out the links for the products we have posted in our video.